Morning. Jim Distortion doing a daily short on YouTube. Yeah, it's very exciting. I'm very red-faced because I've just drunk very hot coffee, so I apologise for that. I wanted to talk to you about tribalism, about groups, about humans' inability to cope with solitude, or some of them. I was thinking the other day, we tend to gravitate to groups of like-minded people, and I'm not sure that it's a conscious thing. I'm not sure that we have a structure or even a set of rules that we're looking for consciously. But I think when you see someone who maybe dressed like you or has the same kind of air or aura about them. I don't know, that you can talk to some people more than you can talk to others. Today was a beautiful case in point. I went to my son's school play. And he was very good, and all the children in that place at Cowper School were brilliant today, singing wonderfulness. But when I'm stood in a queue of other dads, and there's no one there who looks like me, there's no one there who, for instance, has visible tattoos or something like that, you feel a bit lonely. You feel like maybe you shouldn't be there. You feel like you're ostracised somewhat. No one talked to me. They were talking to each other and this and that. Now, there's no reason for them to talk to me. I am not a player in the parent game. I do not go to the school gates and converse with everyone simply because I'm not there. That's not my world. That's not where I live or what I do. But what I thought was, if you've got a situation where you're not known, does that mean you have to be ostracised? Is that a natural reaction for human beings to look at? Is that something that where you find yourself unable to communicate with the people around you? Because are you really that different, or is that my baggage? So there are two ways to look at each side of that. One is that you have to make an effort to talk to these people, and the other is, do they really want to talk to you? If you take me at face value, apparently I'm quite scary. Apparently I have an issue. I have an air about me that shows maybe I'm different in some way. I don't live a conventional life. I don't live a life of normality. I don't subscribe to life's rules, but that doesn't mean I can't function in a sociable situation with people I don't know. Having been a musician, I've had to deal with all kinds of different people. I've had to deal with people who are from a different genre of life. Regardless of colour and race, I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is different people who have different things. So I am a person who lives in tattoo shop world. I'm in a situation where I run my own life and I do my own things, where other people are in a world that is filled with rules. So therefore I can't conform to their rules because I don't know what they are. I also don't want to conform to people's rules. Why would you if you don't have to? But yet I still strive to find people who I can be in a group with, be talked to. All my whole life I have looked for people who can provide me with companionship, I suppose, just someone to stand next to me. When I had the band, I had 4 other guys in the band around me who I was able to communicate with and I was able to make, music with. And then I had a little band of brothers, and outside of my life, I have a person I consider as my brother who isn't blood, it's Sean, and he supports me and I support him in different things. We're very similar in we both have a thirst for aggression and a need to vent anger in a way, and I don't mean aggression as in violence, as in seeking things out. I just mean that that's our nature. And you have to have alpha males. You have to have aggression. You have to have a different way of life. We can't all be smiley people who live through life like there's no cares in the world, because there are cares in the world. There are difficult situations. My life isn't easy. Your life isn't easy. But I'm not very good at hiding it when I'm annoyed or hiding it when that. So I seek out people, even though in most situations I find myself not able to relate to the people around me. Don't go out and be rude to these people. I went to the firework display at the school too, and then the mothers were talking to my wife, who is part of that. She is part of that system, and revels in it in as much as that she can do it. She feels uncomfortable, just like we do, but she still talks to them because she knows she kind of has to for Samuel's benefit. So when you're on your own, can you function? You know, are you okay with solitude? Are you okay with that? Or do you find yourself in a place of loneliness? Do you find yourself that you don't want to be stuck, on your own? Is your own company bad company? For me, I like being on my own. Yeah, but I also have a family. I have a wife and a child. So if I don't want to be on my own, I have the perfect place to go. You know, the wife, the child, the dog, even though the dog's a bit mental. So, you know, what do you have? If you feel insular, reach out to somebody. Yeah, there must be someone. And if there isn't, phone the Samaritans. Phone, you know, if you're old age, you know, you're old, there's charities. I think it's age concern. You know, you can just phone the people and tell them that you're worried about these things. But we all, fundamentally, however much we fight against it, have tribal values inside us. We're used to working as a dynamic, which is why little groups of people who band together for a cause can actually make a difference. So you find yourself with a bee in your bonnet, even if it's something very local, you know, something the council's done or something that your neighbours are doing. If you club together with a few other neighbours, you can talk to that council from a position of power, not a position of loneliness. You can facilitate yourself to being an entity rather than just being you on your own. And the power of a group is a lot more powerful than the power of you. Don't dismiss the power that you have. You know, don't dismiss being an individual. But every single individual, is capable of group mentality, and also, I think, would be searching for it. Hence, every human being feels loneliness. If we didn't have a need for a group dynamic, we wouldn't feel loneliness. It wouldn't be part of us. We wouldn't have grown into that. And don't forget that all of the neuroses and things have grown from the dynamics of past society. So you have a class issue. You have a society where there are higher, middle and lower classes. And as a rule, these people band together, but less and lesser class effects coming into play. Because nowadays, yes, there's the super rich and the super poor, and there's a big band in the middle. Yeah, and it's hard to identify with any of those if you're not any of them. So maybe look for a group that can support you, can think the same way you do. Do you know what the greatest example of a group mentality is the metal music community? All of us who love metal music, we don't fight, we don't scream, we don't shout, because the music does it for us, calms us down. Look on the internet, you'll find these people who've done studies. Say the calmest people who can relate to others are people who listen to the metal music. Well, why wouldn't you? You know, go and listen to Slayer and listen to the anger and angst in that. Go and listen to Phil Anselmo. Yeah, go and listen to Anthrax. Go and listen to anybody. Yeah, Parkway Drive if you have to. You know what I mean? Just go and find a band and have a listen to it. Don't shut your mouth, oh, that's all shouty rubbish. I don't like shouty music, right? I'm a musician, I'm a singer, that's what I do. But the group dynamic of the metal community, wow, man, that's powerful. There's a friend of mine, who's in the Motorhead fan club. And they're a brotherhood, they support each other to a fanatic level over Lemmy and Motorhead. But you know what? Anything that causes that amount of cohesion between complete strangers, is that a good thing? Yeah, I would have said. All right. If you're looking for someone, if you're looking for someone to help you through solitude, then find someone, reach out, don't be on your own. Because, loneliness is a terrible thing and it eats away at you, and your brain is the only thing that talks back to you. And if you've got a brain like mine, you don't want to be alone in a room with it for long. Okay. Press the subscribe button. Yeah. Get my daily, whatever these are, podcasts every day. And if you disagree with me, say so. If you don't like what I'm saying, say so, because I am a conduit for narrative. Obviously, I only talk from my own opinion, and I try and see all sides. But if you don't agree, comment below. Tell me what I am. And if you need to resort to hatred, then do so. Who cares? Yeah, I'll answer you. I'll be valid to you. I'll validate your comment. So look, have a good day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.